Local leaders and local fire chiefs gathered at DPW headquarters to discuss the impact of Mi-Gemt and how it will benefit local communities with their life-saving operations.
So about 3 years ago, we started on an adventure to try to get additional Medicaid funding for our ambulance services in Sterling Heights. So I approached the city manager and we put together a coalition of area fire chiefs and one of the consultants that kind of put the coalition together.
What this really is about today is an effort, a statewide effort to provide a new funding source for the ground emergency medical transport that we've been doing here in Sterling Heights for about the last 10 years. About 10 years ago, the City Council made the switch to go from a private ambulance company to having our ambulances serviced by Sterling Heights firefighters. We know that that's increased the level of service to our residents, that instead of a private ambulance company picking them up, they've got Sterling Heights firefighters. Our residents trust the fire department. Our residents love the fire department. And to be able to provide that service where a firefighter comes to your house whenever there's an emergency or gets you off the road and they transport you, they stay with you, that is a valuable, valuable service. But it's expensive and everything is going up in price recently. And so this funding source, I want to thank our fire chief, Kevin Edmond, for identifying this and taking the lead here internally on it. Based on his experience as chief in another jurisdiction, saw how we can work with the state legislature, work with the governor's office, and come up with this plan to not just help the city of Sterling Heights, but help communities like the city of Detroit, like Dearborn, like Madison Heights, and so many others. So I want to thank the representatives from the fire departments of those departments specifically for the work that they did testifying in Lansing and making sure that this got across the finish line.
But I knew, coming from local government, because I had sat on Hazel Park City Council, the importance of funding and the lack of funding that often comes back from the state to local municipalities. So I knew that this would have a direct impact on budgets across the state.
This additional funding is crucial to public EMS agencies, including the city of Sterling Heights, as we strive to meet the ever-increasing call volumes that we deal with. This is stressing out our first responders, and this funding is going to be used for new EMS equipment, EMS prevention activities, and possible staffing increases in every community.
Governor Whitmer officially assigned the Ground Emergency Medical Transportation, or GEMT bill, into law. This legislation is a lifeline for our community, a commitment to safety, and a bold step forward for the Detroit Fire Department and the residents we serve. The GEMT program will ensure that the Detroit Fire Department, our frontline heroes, will have the stable funds needed to deliver top-tier care to every corner of our city.
And it's just countless number of people that I need to thank, but we don't have the time for this, so we're going to move on. Rarely does such an opportunity present itself that doesn't increase taxes to the communities directly. This program draws down federal funding that's already there and brings it back into the community.
After the press conference, Abriel Matabag, Executive Assistant to the Deputy Chief of Staff for Governor Whitmer's office, presented framed bills to the MML and the local leaders.